All right, it was a really rough day for the Dow Jones Industrial Average yesterday. It lost more than 482 points, dipping below 34,000. The NASDAQ and S&P 500 also with rough days. NASDAQ down 166 points. The S&P down just over 44. Investors are hoping for a rebound. Futures are up right now, but we're still dealing with a possible war in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, a roller coaster. Here to talk more about it and what it means for your 401k is business and markets analyst and Newsmax contributor Seth Jensen. Seth, great to have you. So investors are now weighing the consequences of European sanctions of Russia, now sending troops into two breakaway regions of Ukraine. What does this mean for the U.S. markets?
Well, listen, I think the U.S. markets are ready to be even more volatile than they already were going to be. We are already dealing with record inflation, high gas prices. This is only going to force that up. This is really what we would consider to be a perfect storm. It's something I was talking about back in December and January of what could be that black swan event. Well, geopolitical unrest, because this is the worst time for this to happen. We're coming out of a pandemic. We think this week we're saying that we are. Right? The market is still in what we call the bullwhip effect, where supply chains haven't gotten fully back online. Oil prices are at all-time, or not all-time high, but they're headed there. And then this happens. So this is just a bad combination. This is good. I'm hoping it's not the left hook to the right cross, but you know, it's certainly looking that way, at least in the short term.
Yeah, J.P. Morgan saying that we could be looking at 10% inflation over the next 60 days. We haven't been at 10% since 1981. Now we're actually back at Jimmy Carter. When it comes to gas prices, this is something that affects all of us every day. On Joe Biden's first day in office, the national average was $2.10. Yesterday, the national average, $3.53 a gallon, and it's only going up. It's gone up 22 cents over the last 2 weeks. What do you make of this and how bad it could get?
Well, listen, I remember in July of 2008 when the price of oil got as high as it had gotten at $128 a barrel. I'm in Texas, so obviously we watched the price of oil very, very close. And at that time, you saw the median price of gas get as high as just shy of $5 across the United States. For people in California, it was well over that. So that was at $128. The current projections are that if this is a prolonged conflict and now exports have to flood to Europe to offset what they won't get from Russia, well, we could see $150 a barrel.
Wow.
And remember, oil is bought on futures, so that's delivery in the future. It was only 2 years ago we saw less than $0 a barrel. So to answer your question, Rob, Americans need to get ready for this. That doesn't mean stockpile gasoline in bags like we saw, you know, at the beginning of the pandemic. But it does mean to be prepared and think about it. And gas prices do tend to go up as we enter into the summer months anyway. So again, the timing of this is just going to be rough.
Yeah, you know, inflation, the cost of everything is sky high. Seth, we know the market doesn't like uncertainty, and it doesn't sound like things are going to get better. Do you see the Dow bouncing back, or is it just going to get worse? And what do we need to see to fix it?
Well, we need to see some of these planes start to land from a perspective of all of the things that are going on right now. Again, you've got conflict, you've got inflation, you've got bullwhip effect of supply chains. There's a lot going on here that is impacting the market. The market is estimated to be overvalued by 180% in some cases. And so that's why we're starting to see these tech stocks and some of these other things pull back. But it is important for people to remember that the Dow and the S&P, if you look back a full year ago, while it's been bad year to date, a full year, the S&P is still up 10%. The Dow is still up 6%. The NASDAQ has just gotten to flat territory. So again, hold your positions. Don't jump off this roller coaster. We're in it. We're on the ride. But long term, we're going to be all right.
Yeah, it's been a rough 2022 thus far, and we're now getting closer and closer to the midterm. So there are political implications. We do have some breaking news that we're just getting right now.
I don't know if we have the breaking news banner.
Yes, do we have that breaking news banner? I don't know how swift they are. There it is.
There we go.
Look at that.
All right, well, that's some good news to end this segment. Seth, we hear it's your birthday.
Yes, the big 22. I remember mine. It was a good one.
Yeah, when you get north of 40, you stop counting.
Are we north of 40 now, Seth?
I was talking to my wife about it last night. I was like, you know, I remember when I was a kid getting all excited about the day coming up. Now I'm like, okay, well, it's Wednesday. I got to go to work.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Wait, are we north of 40? I didn't really.
We're north of 40. I know I don't look
great.
Bob,
you look
we are,
great.
We are
I don't know what they're putting in the water down in Texas, but that's the Texas way right there. Jeez.
Right,
Nobody I'd rather spend it with you guys, and as a baseball gift, if we could end as a gift, if we could end the baseball lockout, that would be.
There you go.
I think we're heading toward that.
Yeah. All right,
Thanks,
Seth, happy birthday. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, y'all.